Hey everybody, NecroVMX here, and consider this another little potato face, hashtag potato cast, but just me talking to you, and it's not going to be a long one. I'm just waiting for my computer to finish rebooting itself, and I just wanted to talk about some stuff that's going on and answer a couple of questions that I've gotten quite frequently, and just give you guys updates, because it seems that my weekends are just bullshit. Like, I was actually on vacation last week, and I had like no time for anything. It was crazy. I honestly get more sleep on days that I work than days that I don't. Because well, I'm working every day no matter what at Kazara Studios, but and my other job, I have days off, and I took a whole week off, and it seems that when I have that little bit of free time, I schedule a million things, and I did not get to do Potato Cast. I barely had time to do Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Saturday. But basically, I had to choose one or the other, and I chose that. So I want to give you guys an update. My McJuggernuggets expose really blew up in the past week or so. Like, I got a lot of views on part 5 and a lot of comments, and that's cool. Not all the comments have been positive, and I'm fine. I knew that going in. When I went into this whole thing, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna track some haters. I'm gonna track some juggies. I'm gonna track some people who are just kind of negative. And I think this one hair just doesn't look right. Is it gray hair? Not no more. It ain't. Okay. So anyway, so a few people have been asking me about when the next one's going up. I actually really wanted it to go up yesterday. The audio's all recorded. All the research was done. It was written, and the audio's all recorded. I just have to do the actual, like, taking the pictures and making the text and everything. But I didn't get to. So it's going to be this weekend, actually. So once again, I'll be working on stuff. List Critics 2 also going to be coming this weekend, I think. Let me look at that. That's good. Yeah, definitely this weekend. List Critics 2. That was recorded. It's going to be a nice long episode. Me and Jesse had a blast. You guys will hopefully have a blast. I was a little sleep deprived during it, which is crazy. On my vacation, I was sleep deprived, but that's just the way it is. So that's so McJuggernuggets Expose Part 6 definitely this weekend, and you'll also get fucking what do you call it? List Critics 2. Cooking with VMX. We did the second episode. I am going to from now on be recording them at my sister's house with her. And I actually just got off the phone with her about an hour ago. She actually called me because today is the Pennsylvania primary, and she wanted to see if I had voted yet. And I had honestly forgotten that it was today. I completely 100% forgot. And which is, that sucks. I really, for some reason, thought that the Pennsylvania primary was the beginning of May. But it's the end of April. It was today, so I really thank you, Kristen, for calling me. I already thanked her, but saying it on here anyway, because I know she's a subscriber. She called me and she was like, "Well, go vote against Trump." And I'm like, "I'm gonna," and I did. I voted. They don't give us "I voted" stickers, or I'd probably have it right here to be funny, but no, they don't do that here for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I went and I voted, and then I came back and my internet was out, and I just got off the phone with my ISP, and they were like, "Oh, well, we're not seeing any outages or anything." And they were like, "Well, you're using Ethernet or Wi-Fi?" And I'm like, "I'm using Wi-Fi, and it's not working on my phone or my computer." And so they asked me to connect the computer directly to the modem, and then it worked. And I'm like, "Oh, shit. That probably means that there's something wrong with my router, and I'm probably going to have to wait for a service guy to come out and bring a new router, and I might be out of internet for like a while." Because these people, man, they don't send someone out like right away. They like, "Can you stay home next Tuesday between 12 p.m. and Christmas?" That's the appointments. And then, you have to deal with that. But luckily, what happened was, as I was plugging the router back in, the internet came back up on my phone, and then I, plugged the router back in, and I rebooted my computer. I had just rebooted it again a second time, and everything's coming up normal. So that's cool. But yeah, it's not how my morning was going to go. I was going to get home. I was going to call Tanya and get some work done, and I had to go vote, and I had to deal with this. And now I'm doing a little potato face video. Um, yeah, so I was talking with my sister quite a bit earlier because she watched the Cooking with VMX episode about steak stew, and if you haven't seen it, totally watch it because it was great. Um, and she feels legitimately bad about filming upside down. And is that another gray hair? Going gray in the beard. Actually, I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna pluck that one out. It might look kind of cool if it's like right here. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, she felt legitimately bad about filming upside down, and there were parts that were, like you did not get to see me using the flour on the meat and whatnot. But that's no big deal. I mean, we explained it afterwards, but she felt bad about it, and I said, well, look, I tried to edit that all out, but like I don't know, like I'm pretty good at video editing, but this was weird because I pulled the videos on my phone, all the little snippets, and what I tried to do, there was like one or two that I deleted because they weren't anything, and there were a few that were upside down. So I used a little trick actually through VLC Media Player to flip them back over and save them, and then I watched them, and okay, yeah, now they're right side up, and then I edited all together, cut out a few parts that were, bullshit parts, and saved it. And it showed the video as being about 7 minutes shorter than it was supposed to be. And I thought that's weird. And I watched the video in its entirety, and in I forgot whether it was Media Player or the Movies and TV app on Windows 10. Windows 10 is kind of weird. I like it in a lot of ways, but there are some things in it that are just strange. Like it does keep resetting my browser, my default browser to not Chrome. What do you call it? Not Internet Explorer. It's Internet Explorer, but they call it something. They call it Edge, I think. Edge, yeah, because it's still got the E, but it's called Edge. And I ain't getting down with no Edge, man. I'm a Firefox guy through and through. I've used Google Chrome. I have Google Chrome as well, and as a backup browser. But get Firefox, get fly. That's how I feel. So it keeps like saying Firefox is not your default browser, and I keep making it my default browser. But antivirus is coming up. What is this nonsense? Does it want to update or whatever? Oh, it's gone. I think it was just updating itself. So anyway, I keep having to deal with that, and also there was an issue with Firefox, but that was easily fixed. Not Firefox, Photoshop, but that was easily fixed because I actually have a Photoshop subscription. I have Photoshop Creative Cloud now, which is really awesome, by the way. Really great version of Firefox. And I keep saying Firefox. Photoshop, I'm tired. I'm very tired. I've been up. It's almost 11 a.m. I've been up since 8 p.m. last night. And normally I sleep till 10, but I got a phone call from people soliciting donations for breast cancer. And I mean, if it's for cancer, I can't just hang up on them. So, I did agree to donate $20 because, if it's for cancer. I've known people who have had cancer. I know cancer survivors, and I don't wish that through anybody. And they're never going to cure it, but the more research, the better treatment and whatnot. I don't want to get into that. But anyway, then I couldn't get back to sleep because then I'm like, I could just go to sleep, but let me check my phone. And I started reading emails and YouTube comments and everything. So that was a whole thing. So anyway, yeah. Oh, I haven't done a weigh-in in a while. I might be doing one tomorrow, but I might skip the weigh-in and wait till next week because, well, I went to the doctor and I was weighed there and I was pretty much at the same level. But then again, I'm like, well, that's a different scale. That's why I've been trying to use the same scale. So I hadn't lost anything, but at the same time, on my vacation, I pretty much like slacked the fuck off on exercise. I was sticking to my diet pretty well, but I didn't really exercise much. And now that I'm off vacation, I'm back to doing it every day. So I want to see some results before I want to feel results before I step back on the scale. Like the first 2 days that I went back to exercising was fucking rough. I was just like, I hate this. And I did it this morning, and it was fine. It was, as a matter of fact, I did a little more than I normally do, and it was good because as soon as I came in, it started raining cats and dogs. And then, of course, that's when my sister called me and it was like, Did you vote? I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I got to go back out there. It just started raining. And once you know it's clear now, like it stopped raining now that I'm inside, mother of a fuck. Ain't that. Not that I don't like rain. I just like being inside while it's raining. I don't necessarily want to be out there in it. I do genuinely like rain. But I don't know. This weather is some bullshit. Weather is bullshit today. And, oh, that's Tanya. Let me actually just answer her real quick. I don't know what this looks like, me texting Tanya while I'm recording. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off real soon because I do gotta talk to her. But anyway, so yeah, I was talking with my sister and we were talking about ideas for future episodes of Cooking with VMX, and I really like. I was telling her like people really liked the episode. They really liked you in it, and not just. And she's like, I know, I saw the comments, and I'm like, yeah, but not just the comments. I get text messages, I get Twitter messages, I get Facebook messages, I get phone calls, I get all sorts of shit of people. That's Tanya again. Okay. And I was telling her, hey, people, like there was more of a feedback than you think, and people really liked it. And we talked about future episodes, and we talked about things where she would do something and I would do something. Like she makes her own pasta, like fresh pasta. She makes the dough. She has a pasta machine and all that. And she was like, we could do a twofer. I could show how to make pasta. And I was like, and I'll show how to fucking cook pasta. And I'll show how to make, a really good Italian marinara sauce, and that's one episode we want to do. We talked about turkey chili is one thing that she's been making a lot. And I usually make my chili with beef, but considering that I've been dieting, turkey chili sounds good to me. And we talked about barbecue meatloaf. We talked about proper shepherd's pie. We talked about mac and cheese. I want to wait till I slim down more before I go with mac and cheese because I'm going to be eating whatever I cook. But we also talked about doing competitions because I talk about because our mother taught us how to make macaroni and cheese, and my mom that is one thing. Like I have criticized my mom's cooking in the past, but there are certain things that she's just really amazing at, and her mac and cheese is just it is some bomb ass fucking mac and cheese. I mean, it is like soul food almost, and she white, by the way. That's not even the Hispanic side of my family. That's the white side of my family, is my mom. So, but her mac and cheese is the shit. It is the shit. I learned from her, but I've elevated it. I was saying that to my sister. I'm like, yeah, I've learned from mom, and you learned from mom, and I've elevated it. And she's like, oh, I've elevated it too. And I got the idea to what if we do a head-to-head competition? You make yours, I make mine. We video the whole thing, and then we get your husband, the boys, and grandma to blindfold. But I might not blindfold the boys, but blind taste test and see who wins. And, and I wouldn't mind losing to her and she wouldn't mind losing to me because we both respect the hell out of each other as cooks. So that's one thing we want to do, competitions, like fucking, Kristen's House Top Chef. So that's going to be happening. But I'm going to stop right here, guys, especially since this thing is like, almost 2 gigs already. Fucking HD videos! And my computer's all ready to go. So, yeah, this is not how I was going to spend my morning, but, shit happens, and I wanted to touch base with you guys. See you soon.